Here we have a Razer Blade 15-inch laptop that came in for no power. And the laptop looks something like this. Pink, very nice finish, or maybe rose gold. And we already removed the back plate. We did not remove the motherboard because I do not see a need to remove the board as of now. We're gonna inspect and see if we find anything obvious on front of the board. If we have to, then we can spend the time and remove the board, but as of now, I just want to inspect the front of the board and see what's going on. We already removed the fans and heatsink. And the first thing I want to do is look at the power connector. Power connector is right here, and the power connector has a cable that goes all the way to right here. So I want to check in this area, possibly MOSFETs, fuses, capacitors, filters, and see if we see anything obvious or if we have a short circuit on the board. That's step number one. So the power connector is right here, and you see a cable that goes all the way to right here. We see a fuse. Let's measure it, make sure everything is good. And the fuse is good. I do see two MOSFETs here. We're gonna check one of them to see if we have a short. The drain of one of them, I do not know which one. 2.3 voltage drop. And we have a short circuit here. Most likely we have a short circuit. We should not be getting a short circuit on the drain of the second MOSFET. And that's based on my experience working on many types of laptops. What else can we check? We do not have a short circuit here, but we are reading 0.19 voltage drop. Maybe a bit low. And we are not reading continuity on this fuse here. Look at this. Fuse is blown. This fuse is blown. So we have a short circuit right here. We have a blown fuse. Let me measure that fuse to ground in diode mode. We have 0.19 voltage drop. And the other side, we should also get 0.19. But we are getting 0. So we have a blown fuse. What else can we check? We also have another fuse down here. And if we measure that fuse, we see that the fuse is good. And if we measure that fuse in diode mode, just want to get an idea on the reading. Look at this. We have a short circuit on this fuse. You should never get a short circuit on a fuse. Never. .19. This one is most likely linked to this inductor, and that's why it's reading 0.19, just like here. Short circuit here, and short circuit right over here. Okay. So what do we do? A lot of issues, right? Let's go ahead and inject voltage. And we're gonna monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what gets hot. Do you see anything hot anywhere? Wait a minute. Is this heat? Yeah, right there, right there. Look at this. We got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of heat. A lot of heat right over here. So let's see what's getting hot. Put the thermal camera on this side. And we're gonna go over to the microscope. Whoa, look at this. We have a blown cap. We do not know if the problem is the cap only, or if it's the MOSFET right next to it, or some other factor that caused this cap to blow. A cap is not a fuse, and caps can go bad. But the damage is clear. Just turned my fume extractor on because we're gonna be doing some work in this area, but before we do anything, let's measure for a short on this cap here. And of course, without any doubt, we're gonna have a short circuit because we did see the heat under the thermal camera when injecting voltage, and heat was coming from this cap. So right now, if we remove the cap and the short circuit is gone, it's very likely that the laptop will work again, unless something else was affected by this cap blowing. That cap is not coming off, so I'm using the help of our hot air station. It's a very thick board. So we remove the cap. Let's see if this will have a short circuit. And the short is gone. Wow. The short is gone. Let's measure at the fuse right over here. And of course, we're gonna have no short on the fuse anymore. You see, we are reading 0.33 voltage drop, 0.33, but we still have a blown fuse. We measured for a blown fuse right over here. 0.19 voltage drop, and we have nothing here, so we have to replace this fuse. Right now the laptop should still turn on without the capacitor that we just removed, but we have to replace it. I need to find a donor board that has a similar cap, and we also have to replace the blown fuse that we see here. Let's remove it. We're going to use low melt solder for this one. I do not want to apply hot air because we have a lot of plastic connectors on the side. We do not want to burn them. See? The magic of low melt solder. How many times do I need to tell you that low melt solder is magic? What would be more magical is if we turn on our anti-glare light, just like that. Let's tin the pads, apply solder. And I'm gonna have to look at the video card to get that fuse. I have a lot of video cards right next to me, donor boards, 3090, 3080s, and I already found one. Fume extractor on. I forgot to put the fume extractor. Just quickly clean low melt from the edges of the fuse. And we're all good. And that's one big fuse. We can also measure to make sure the fuse is good. We removed it from the video card, but we did not check if the fuse was actually good to begin with. And the fuse is good. Hello, this is Alex. That's me. That's right. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Just read the notes and see what conversation we had last time. We have a dispute with UPS. We do over 100 packages a day. Somebody mailed over a video card from I do not know what country, and UPS want to charge us tariffs on the value of that card. Customer claimed the video card is $1,500, $2,000. I do not know how much he claimed the value to be, and the card is in a non-working condition. It was mailed over to us so we can fix it, and UPS put the tariffs on us to pay for that card, $326. I contacted UPS. We spoke a lot. I spoke to so many reps, and nobody was able to help me. And the whole thing just died. Nobody billed me about it anymore, and we did not receive a letter to pay the tariffs on that card anymore. But now it went to the collection agency, and the lady called in, and she said that we owe $300 and something. So we went over this all over again, and now she's going to try to dispute the amount with UPS. and we'll see how it goes. So I just replaced the fuse, but we have a cap here that we need to replace. I'm not so sure we can get exactly the same cap, but if we get a brother or sister for that cap, it should not be a big deal. Right now, honestly, we should be able to turn the board on without replacing the cap, and then maybe we can look at a similar cap later on. I do not know if the battery is charged. Maybe we can plug the battery in and try to turn the laptop on and see what happens. I mean, all the cables are disconnected. Maybe I should just give it to Big Boss to reassemble and put all the cables back. Let me just quickly turn it on and see if we see anything on the screen or any signs of life. And I do not even think the battery is charged. Okay, let me give it to Big Boss so he can plug it in. Oh, wait a minute, I do see a light. Wait. I do see a backlight. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I do see a backlight. So we know the laptop is on and the CPU is hot. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give it to Big Boss so he can reassemble the heatsink and fan. I do not know if this model needs a heatsink and fan to operate. Oh, right there. You see? We got it. Now all I have to do is find a comparable capacitor that we can solder back on. I'm going to have to look at a lot of donor boards that we have, or maybe I can look at some of the Razer laptops that we have inside the room, a donor laptop, and we can most likely extract that capacitor off and put it on the customer's board. I'll look for that later. We're going to end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video. We got it. Awesome.